Hi friends, my name is RAJASEKHAR Reddy, and if you are seeing my video for the first time, just don't forget to subscribe my channel and click the bell icon. And this is my GitHub repository, and I will place my source code in the GitHub. Just if you want, I will provide link in the description. In this video, what we are going to do is, we will deploy Spring Boot application plus MySQL application into Docker, and finally we are going to test it. We are not going to use MySQL from our local. We pull that image from Docker Hub, and we are exactly using that one. And finally, we are going to deploy both Spring Boot application and MySQL application. We will deploy in the Docker, and we will test it. For that, what I am trying to do is, I am trying to create one normal Spring Boot project. Spring Boot project I am trying to create. Spring Boot Docker MySQL I am giving. Okay, after that just click on next. Here I am using Spring Data JPA, Spring Web, and I am using MySQL connector also, MySQL driver. Just click on next. Click on finish. Okay, the project got imported. What I am trying to do is, let me create a package for model class. Right click, new class. I am giving the class name as employee, model class employee. The package name I am taking as model or entity I am taking. Click on finish. Here I am annotating the class with @entity. Just trying to import it. Inside I want some fields like private, integer, ID, private, string, name. I want the employee name. Otherwise directly I am call as emp name, private, double, salary I am taking. I am annotating this primary key with @id. Just trying to import it. After that I want to automatically generate the primary key at generated value. Then strategy type equal to I am giving as auto. I want in the database I want to save with a different name at table. Name equal to employees. Okay, now we are good with the code. What I am trying to do is, I am trying to generate some getters and setters. Source, generate getters and setters. Select all. Click on generate. Just source, implements as code and equals. Click on generate. Okay, now we are good with the code in model class. Now what I am trying to do is, I am trying to create one repository, JPA repository. Right click, new, class, I am giving the class name as employee repository. Employee repository, and I want to make it in the repository package. Repository, click on finish. It's actually not a class, it's an interface. Extends, JPA repository, JPA repository, and we need to give the class name here employee, and the primary key is here integer. Primary key is integer, and I am annotating this interface with at repository. Just trying to import it. Okay, now we are good with the repository and model class. Now, before going to the next step, what I am trying, I want to write some application.property file. Here already I have some property files I already written. What I am trying to do is I am trying to use this properties here. This is my Docker. I am not using MySQL from my local. It is a Docker name, Docker image name. I will show in the once we finish with the code. I am going to. I will come back here. Just it's a. I am giving the username, URL, and password here. The database related, and I want to update auto update if the table is not there, and I want to see the SQL queries also, so that's why I written this one, and I want to change the port number to 8090. Now we are good with the proper application.properties also. What I will do is I am trying to create a controller class here. Right click, new class. I want to place the controller in the controller package, controller, writing employee controller, employee controller, click on finish. I am annotating this class with at rest controller. Trying to import it. And I'll write two methods here. One is public, which will return the list of employees, get all employees. Just trying to import in order to use that repository we need to auto wire it, provide employee repository, just trying to import it. I'm trying to auto wire it. Hit auto wire. Add return statement. Employee repository dot find all, which will return the list of employees. I'm trying to annotate with it get mapping. /all. I'm trying to write one more method. It post mapping. Trying to import it. I'm changing the method name to save employee. Just I am returning the whatever the employee we are inserting, that employee only I am returning here. and the employee method will take a request at request body. It will take the employee object here, employee, just trying to import. Okay, once we got the employee, what I'm directly I'm saving to the employee repository dot save, passing that employee object here. What I am trying to do is directly I am going to return this object, whatever the object we are saving there, the same object I am returning. Here I am not following some standards, just don't comment you are not following any standards like that. For testing purpose I am writing this save. Okay, now we are good with the code. Before creating a Docker file, we are deploying this Spring Boot application to Docker. What we need to do is we need to create a Docker file. I am trying to create the Docker file in the root directory. Right click, new file. The file should be in the same name, Docker file. Click on finish. What I am trying to do is I am trying to add this properties in the Docker file. Just here my application I am trying to expose in 8090. Yes, 8090. I am using Java 8 and the jar name what I will give one name, standard fixed name, so that just go here down. I am trying to here write one name that is nothing but final name. And finally my jar, after when we do Maven install, it will generate a jar file with the name spring-boot-docker-mysql.jar file. I want to use the same name in my Docker file. I want to pick that jar file from the target directory with the name MySQL, and I want to create a image with the same name. And finally, in the entry point, I want to do java-jar with the same name here. Now we are good with the Docker file also. Before going somewhere, we need to go to the application.properties file. Here I am not taking the URL from my localhost. I already pulled. Just let me open my Docker terminal. You can see that my Docker is up and running. Let me do a command docker images. You can see that there is a MySQL image is there, latest, which is latest version I am pulled from the Docker hub. If you don't have this one, just do a command with a docker pull MySQL, then it will be downloaded to your local. Let me show that if you are not aware of it, just go to Docker hub, search for your MySQL, then you will get that MySQL image. You can see that there is a MySQL image is there already available. Just if you don't have that MySQL available in your local, just do like this, docker pull MySQL, then MySQL will be pulled to your local. Just I gone through all this documentation. If you want, just go there and check it out. I am going to use all these comments now. You can see that what I will do is, now we are good with the application.properties and everything. Now we are good with all the code. What I am trying to do is I am trying to do a Maven clean install. Right click, Maven clean install, Maven clean install, so that the jar file will be generated in the target folder. Trying to Maven install here. Right click, run as Maven install. It is getting failed. Why? Because when it's trying to execute the test cases, it is checking for the database connections also. So that's why it is failing. Why? Because in the database MySQL URL we are not given the local host. We given the Docker Docker image name. So that's why it's not working. For that, what we need to do is, I already tried it. We need to just go to your test cases and just comment this test cases, then it will work fine. Okay. Now what I am trying to do is, now I am trying to do one more time Maven clean install. Trying to do Maven clean. Maven clean is success. What I am trying to do is, I will do the same thing for Maven install also. Right click, run as Maven install. You can see that the build got success. In your case also, when you are executing Maven goals like Maven clean install, if it is checking for the database connection, just go to your test cases and comment all the test cases, then it will be working fine. I already tried it. This is one of the solution. Now we are good with the code. It is generated the jar file. Let's go and verify in the target directory. Just right click, just refresh here. Okay. I am trying to open the target folder. You can see that there is a jar available, spring-boot-docker-mysql.jar, which we given in the pom.xml file. This is the name we given, the final name for our jar. You can see that this is the name. Let's go to the Docker file and let's see the same name we have given here. Now what I am trying to do is, I am trying to build my jar. Before building that, we need to make sure your MySQL, you have MySQL image in your local or not. You pulled from Docker Hub or not. What I am trying to do is, I am trying to open the command prompt here. I am doing Docker images. It will show all the images available in your local. You can see there currently there are two images available. One is OpenJDK8 and MySQL latest. I already pulled. If you don't have MySQL, just do a command docker pull MySQL. MySQL image will be downloaded to your local. Okay, we are good with the code. What I am trying to do is, now there is a command available in order to run MySQL image. We need to run this command. I will provide all these steps in my GitHub page. I will provide all this code in the GitHub. Just paste it. What here I am doing is docker run --- name. The MySQL container name I am giving as docker -MySQL. The same name we have used in the application.properties. You can see that. Just go to the application.properties. Instead of localhost, we are giving the docker container name we given. The container name we given. After that, -e MySQL root password. Password I am giving the password, and database I am giving as test, and MySQL user I am giving some name user. After that, -e MySQL password. This is different from this password. One is for login, another for is to connect to the MySQL database, and the MySQL -d means detached mode, or it want to run in the background mode, so that we cannot see any logs. MySQL : latest. Latest means if you is the tag name or version name you will give. If you want to use any MySQL specific version, just mention in the place of latest. After that, --- default. If you use this name --- default -authentication -plugin equal to MySQL native password. Why? Because in MySQL 8 it will check for some caching to algorithm, something like it will get failed. If it is failing, then use this name, then it will work. What I am trying to use now, I am trying to click on enter. Trying to enter. You can see that the image got the container is up and running. Let's do a docker ps so that we can see currently running containers. Docker ps, there is only one container is running and it is run 12 seconds ago. The name is container name is docker-mysql. Okay, now we are good. What I am trying to do is, now we need to build our Spring Boot application. In order to build that, there is a command available, docker build -t. Docker build dot means in the current directory, -t users -mysql -app. This is my container name I am giving for my Spring Boot application. Click on enter. You can see that all the steps we mentioned in the docker file, it is trying to execute. It is done. Open JDK, it is trying to get. After that, it is exposing the port number 8090. After that, it picked the jar file from the target directory. After it's doing all the steps, the next step what we need to do is, we need to link both Spring Boot. We need to run the Spring Boot application and we need to link with our MySQL container, MySQL Docker container. We need to, for that, this is the command, docker run docker run -p. -p means we are mentioning the port number. My Spring Boot application will run in the port number in the local 8090 and I want to expose through my container through 9000. Whenever you need to, if you want to access your application, then we need to access with the 9000 port number -name. I am giving the final both my Spring Boot application and linked MySQL container. I am giving the name as final app -link. I am linking this container docker-mysql container linking :mysql and my Spring Boot application name is users-mysql-app and click on enter. Click on enter. You can see that the Spring Boot logo has come up and it is trying to start my Spring Boot application with docker image. You can see that it is trying to create the table, employees table, and you can see that queries also. You can see that the Spring Boot application has started with the Tomcat port number 8090 and but we need to access with this port number with IP address. We know that if you want to access any Docker applications, instead of localhost we will use the IP address. This is the IP address in which my Docker container is running. I am using that port number and /save. This is the REST endpoint I have created here. Just go to your controller, employee controller. You can see that there are two REST endpoints. One is for retrieving all the employees. Another one is for saving new employee into the database. I guess there are no employees available. I will do a get all here. Oh, we need to give the port number here 9000, not 8087, 9000. Click on sign. You can see that there are no records available and the status is 200. What I will do is, I will save a new employee here, one new employee, 9000. Click on send. You can say that the status is 200 employee got inserted into the MySQL database. What I will do is, I am trying to insert one more employee. I will save the name here to Hemant, some name I am giving. I am changing some value here. You can see that the status is 200. Let me enter one more name, Narendra. I am giving some number. Click on enter. You can see that 3 employees got inserted. Employee got inserted. What I will do is, let me run get API for retrieving all the employees available in my Docker. Click on enter. You can see that there are 3 employees available. One is, you can see that the 3 records it is fetched from the local from MySQL database. I am not using my local MySQL database. You can see that I pulled a Docker image for MySQL from the Docker Hub, and finally these are the commands we need to do. I will provide all the source code along with these commands in my GitHub. I will provide link in the description, and if you are seeing my video for the first time, just don't forget to subscribe my channel and click the bell icon. Thank you friends, thank you for watching.